name is Brett, and this is The Win, and we are so excited that you are hanging out with us. I am hanging out with my friends from the Orange Students team.
What's up?
Okay, we've got...
Leslie, I'm the Director of High School Strategy.
Ashley, Director of Middle School Strategy.
Shane, the Director of High School Content.
Hey, I'm Charlie, I'm an Orange Student Specialist.
Jessica, Middle School Phase Editor.
And this is just a fraction of the Orange Students team. Leslie,
Yeah.
who all are we missing here?
Well, we don't have enough time to go through all their names, so here's some of their cute pictures. Like, if we had all the people who worked with us, they would not fit on the set. But we have so many contractors, artists, designers, students, like so many people who work with us to get a season out. And so we just want to honor them and kind of show you their faces real quick, but that's them.
That is them. And this is The Win. So what we've been doing is as we release a season of content, so the Orange Students team helps develop XP3 Middle School and XP3 High School curriculum, and we drop a new season every 3 months, and on March 1st, the summer season dropped.
Yes.
And so we like to spend a little bit of time together to celebrate and also give you a heads up of what is the win when it comes to what it is that we just released. And we did something brand new for this summer drop. Ashley, kind of walk us through some big changes that we made for this season.
Yeah, we're trying something for the first time this summer season, and we're really excited about it. Instead of having 4 series like we normally have, we have 2 series, but don't worry, it's still 12 weeks of content, 12 weeks of content wrapped into 2 series. Well, really, it's like one standalone message, and then it's 11 weeks. It's 11
big
weeks.
one.
We've got a summer theme, which for some of you, that's not new news, because you already do that. So hopefully this will help equip you to do that. And for those of you who have never tried a summer theme, this is the summer, because there is so much inconsistency in summer when it comes to leaders and students. And this can be the consistent piece that laces throughout the summer, so you can use the momentum from summer into the school year. So even if a kid only shows up the first week of summer and the last week, they still have something that feels familiar. So let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
That's great.
So before we dive into that big 11-week whopper, okay, let's, is that maybe a Midwestern? Like a whopper is something big?
Definitely.
Like, ooh, that's a
Just
whopper.
bring all that stuff out.
That's just a Midwestern,
That
yeah.
one's a Whopper. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
You say
No, that's northern than Indiana. Anyway, before we dive into the 11-week series, let's talk a little bit about Elevate and let's talk about for the summer. So we do every single season, there is a standalone week called Elevate in high school, and then Let's Talk About in middle school, where we get to dive into some really important things that we don't necessarily build a full series around. So Les, tell us a little bit about what Elevate looks like in high school for the summer.
For sure. So Elevate, this time we are raising the bar on conversations around media literacy, which sounds really boring, but I promise you it's not. It's really not. We're really diving into like, how do students engage with and understand all the messages that are coming at you through media, whether that is social media, whether that is books you read, whether that's posters you see, whether that's CDs, right?
Compact discs.
Compact disc, right? All the things that count.
CDs,
I know. So
Videotape.
we're throwing that in there because Jessica goes one of those. Yeah, it's okay. We'll teach you about that. We'll teach you. But yeah, I mean, essentially, we are doing kind of a pop quiz to ask students, like, do you know what counts as media? Even old school media like CDs, or even new school media like, AI and all the different things like that. So yeah, media literacy, we're excited about it. Don't miss the interactive videos. There's so many opportunities to pause and discuss as you do the interactive videos.
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
middle school team.
Yeah.
So not Elevate, but it's called Let's Talk About. And it's not just media literacy, but we're talking about what specifically?
Yeah, social media. So when we began the conversation, we were like, man, for middle school, it feels like middle school is like where social media kind of begins. A lot of students are allowed to have a new platform for the first time. But in that conversation, we were like, man, there is a wide range of where middle schoolers are when it comes to social media. And some of them aren't on it at all. Some of them are on every platform with no rules. And some of them, social media to them is more like their gaming network, and some it's YouTube, and some it's the like traditional social media platforms. And so we felt like there was such a range. And at the same time, we felt like we really wanted to make sure we are honoring parents, because it's so easy as youth leaders to like talk about social media in a way where we actually make it harder for parents, because the kid leaves our environment and they're like, we talked about this at church, which means you need to give me Snapchat. And it's like,
And
that's
then you get
actually not what we said.
And then you get the email
Yeah.
of the parent.
Yeah,
that
and
says, what did you do?
it is so tricky in the middle school phase. But so we wanted to basically figure out a way to talk about social media in a way where no matter where you are in the range, whether you're not on it or you're on everything, that you can engage in the conversation in a helpful way and it still honors the parent. And so we kind of approached this standalone message instead of one large group time and followed by a small group time. We decided to make 3 stations, so like 3 mini talks, and the small groups are kind of intertwined in each of those stations. And I think it's a really fun and unique way to approach the conversation. And I love the stations because what research tells us is physically getting up and moving to a new place helps reset your brain to talk about a new angle of the topic.
That's great.
We know that stations might sound intimidating, like a lot of work to get set up,
Yeah.
which is why we provided tons of tutorials for you as the ministry leader and also to equip your small group leaders to help lead these stations. And at every single station, we've also included, whether you're a subscriber to our media package or not, we've included the truth section video for your students to play at each of these stations as they go through this week.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. So that is your standalone week of Elevate or Let's Talk About. And now we're going to jump in just a minute to this 11-week Whopper.
It's a Whopper.
It's a Whopper.
Whopper Jr.
Yeah, we're not
No,
doing
this is
that.
this isn't
might be
a
a
Whopper
double
Junior.
Whopper.
This is like a double
This
Whopper.
is a bacon
Okay,
Whopper.
it's called Start the
Mega.
Party. But before we jump into that, we want to make sure that you know about a party that we throw
Yep.
every single April,
yeah.
April 26th through the 28th, right outside of Atlanta. It is called the Orange Conference. A few thousand of our closest friends, they come and they join us. It is an absolute blast. And we would love to give 2 tickets away so that hopefully 2 of you can come be a part of this party that we are starting. So what we want you to do for a chance to win that ticket is comment wherever you're watching. Comment on how XP3 works best in your environment. What do you change? What does it look like? Is it on Sundays? Is it on Wednesdays? Tell us a little bit about how XP3 works best in your environment and you'll be entered for a chance to win
That's
a
awesome.
couple tickets to Orange Conference.
Let us know what you like on your Whopper too.
Yeah.
I'm still.
What? Yeah.
Like what ingredients? I changed my. I haven't had one in a couple decades probably, but I don't like onions.
That
Couple
is.
decades.
And I tell you what, maybe we'll send somebody a Burger King gift card.
Oh, let's do it.
We'll see.
Thank you.
Something else that we want to give away, that we want to make sure that you know about, is this thing called Orange Membership, which maybe you've never even heard of before. Yeah, so Orange Membership, if you go to orangeleaders.com, there are a ton of resources for leaders, for volunteers, for parents, for you as you lead the ministry. I'm telling you, like small group leader handbooks. Like, why start from scratch when you can get this thing that gets you 70% there, and then you just got to make it your own. Anyway, you can have a membership where you pay a monthly fee, and then you get access to all of those different things. And we want to give you one. So what we want you to do is take a picture of one of your volunteers, to DM it to us on Orange Students on Instagram, and let us know how they help start parties in your ministry, and then you'll be entered into a chance to win Orange Membership for the year.
Nice.
All right,
That's a lot.
it is Whopper time, ladies and gentlemen. So this 11-week series called Start the Party, all summer long. Ashley, what is something that you are just like over the moon excited about? What are the wins for you with Start the Party?
I mean, the art, definitely, for sure. I mean, if you've ever been in a middle school environment, then you've seen the stuffed animal heads that, the stuffed animal heads, as Shane liked to remind me, some middle school boys may show up with live animal heads.
I feel like we have
I
to
was like,
specify
okay,
that.
sorry, that's not what we
Hey,
meant.
Listen, I've led some middle school groups that are. Yeah.
It celebrates the quirkiness of the middle school phase. So hey, it's a great opportunity to like include the school mascots, like the rival school mascots, in a fun way for your youth ministry. And there are some additional like social media videos, which is funny that I'm saying that after what I just said about social media, but there are series branded social media reels for you to use however you think would be best.
Yep.
And we plan
parents
for
decide
more
what's
than
best.
just like conversation in small group. Throughout the series, we feature activities for students to actually engage and do something with the truth that they're hearing. With activities like profile cards, where students are learning more about real people in scripture that were party starters themselves, and then also some scenario cards where they can brainstorm what it might look like to be a party starter in that scenario in their own life.
That is amazing. Okay, high school team, what are some big wins for Start the Party?
Yeah, we've got some fun stuff. I'm really excited about this brand new thing that we're trying with our YouVersion Devos. So there are going to be 10 video Devos included on YouVersion or in the media package if you subscribe to that. And these video Devos are going to kick off each week of that series. So it's a great opportunity for students to take further what they're learning on Sundays or Wednesdays or whenever it is that you meet into every day as a part of their everyday faith. But videos are new. I don't think we've ever done that before.
Not on YouVersion, on the Devos.
Definitely not for our Devos. So I think it's going to be a really cool ad that just makes the experience on YouVersion that much better.
Yeah, and I think another thing we tried to do is, knowing that it's an 11-week series, we decided to give as many graphics as possible.
Yeah.
So there are you'll have a whole folder of just images that you can use and put your own text on. You will have like the title artwork. We have all these different pieces that are just super visual to carry you throughout the whole summer. There's 2 bumper videos if you have the premium package, and so you can use one bumper for half the summer and switch it up halfway through, but you have kind of a range of things to work with. Another thing is, because it's 11 weeks, we decided to assign an icon to each of the weeks, and each of those icons kind of ties to a spiritual concept, and so it helps kind of tie it all together. You'll see the icon, you'll know that, oh, this week is about invitations, and it will trigger remembering, like, oh yes, this was about when Jesus invited everyone to be a party starter. And we have all kinds of activities to support that. So I would just say, don't miss the graphics, don't miss how they tie back to the truths. We've got incredible worksheets in your XPs. We've got just all kinds of things. I would say don't miss the bonus art folder if you have that folder.
Ooh, bonus art.
The bonus art.
Some would say it's a
whopper
It's
of a folder. It
It's
really
a
is.
whopper of a folder,
Yeah,
ladies and
it is.
gentlemen.
Everything you need.
That's
Wait,
awesome.
The most important thing, we
What's that?
forgot. Start the Party, we have a chance to feature party starters in our
Oh,
own
thanks,
communities.
Jen. Oh, cool.
Like, there are cues throughout the whole thing. Like, we've packaged some party starter videos in our curriculums that you can use. But if you know someone who, around that topic, they're starting a party in the community, feature them and take time to prepare them. And I think that's going to make the series better.
Yeah.
I think when they know who's talking and they know the story that they're hearing, I feel like making that personal connection is just going to upgrade it.
Yeah.
That'll be great. And I think on the high school side too, we were able to capture some really cool party starter videos with some local influencers to us here in Atlanta, but also some that are kind of global. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit more about that or who they are, but
Well, you'll get at least 2 of them, and then maybe we might trickle a few more out. So I know we got one that features our very own Charlie Conder. You're going to want to watch that. It's going to be fantastic. We got to interview a dancer who's a professional and just does some incredible things. You don't want to miss that. We might have some other people too. So I don't want to give it away because those videos are really, really good.
I'm excited
There's
about
some
it.
in the middle school too.
Yep.
That's awesome. Charlie, I'm going to put you on the spot. Me? What is something that you are excited about with this?
I'm excited most because summer's weird and we're not meeting every week. And so what Ash said about doing one at a time, but I'm also excited because I want students to understand that there's neighbors and friends that can be party starters in the life of others, and teaching them how to tap into that, so important.
That's awesome.
good.
And you kind of mentioned how different summer ministry can be. There's actually a few blogs that we've got that can kind of help process through what it means to kind of lead ministry in the summer well. Those are going to be in the additional resources folder. And if you're not a partner, you can head to orangeleaders.com/blog and you can get those there.
And one of them, which is really helpful, I think, if you're sitting there and you're like, an 11-week series with all of these things they're talking about sounds like a lot to pull off. Well, we pulled together some ideas on how to create your summer team. So all of the things that we have planned and resources we've given you, you can start planning it way in advance with key volunteer roles so that you can pull that off and it's not more weight on you, but it's actually a relief and you can enjoy it as much as your students will.
All right, so we've got this 11-week whopper of starting the party. And on week, on week 11, well, we didn't really hit this. What I love about this is that it is 11 weeks.
Yes.
But it can also be a 3-week series. It can also be a 2-week series. Leslie, tell us a little bit about how it was designed like that.
For sure. So each week actually can function as a standalone. And if you go through and want to kind of high level look at all of the series, there are a lot of them that are on serving. So you could almost make a mini series just on serving. You could almost make a mini series on kind of the act of justice and just these other ideas about like pulling community together. So you have 10 weeks of content and a last week that Brett's going to tell us about in a second. But within that, there are so many ways that you could slice it up, use what you need, leave what you don't, save it for another week if you need. But yeah.
So it can be a Whopper or a Whoplet. It can be the Whopper Junior. Yeah, the Whopper Junior. If it's just like 3 weeks, if you don't meet the whole summer, maybe it's a little bit more sporadic.
Yeah.
It still fits.
Yeah, I would actually say it makes me think of when I was a youth pastor, you're going to have camp somewhere in there, maybe some type of summer event. There's really good opportunities for some lead-in weeks to an event like camp, and then you can arrange them or reorder them however you need to fit best for the conversations you want to have post-camp. So I think it's designed really well for that.
Yeah, and so if your final week before things kick off in the fall is week 11, or if it's week 3, it culminates in this party that you get to throw and start yourself. And we have developed a party plan for you. And if you are an XP3 partner, obviously you have access to that. But even if you're not, you can head to where in order to get this? orangeleaders.com /start the party. Boom.
I didn't think it was,
orangeleaders.com /start the party. Boom. Maybe you could even Google Orange Start the Party. Maybe it'll even show up if you Google that. But anyway, we're going to help give you games, all sorts of things to help you throw a party that's a lot of fun, kind of culminate the summer before things get rolling in the fall.
I would like
what do you
to
got,
say,
Ash?
we've said the word summer a lot, and
Okay.
for a lot of our international partners,
Oh,
it's not
yes,
summer there.
yes.
And we know that, and we actually planned that when we planned the series. And so you'll see a lot of the summer language is stripped out of the content. So you can actually do this whatever time of year works for you.
Yeah.
We just wrote it to be a summer series here where we live, but it can work any time of year.
great.
And it can
Really
be a
important.
party for any time of
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
We're talking to you, Australia.
Well, they're asleep right now.
What
So
hemisphere is it?
maybe, I don't think they're joining us
Down under?
live, but maybe they'll watch. Maybe they'll watch later.
It's a hemisphere.
Okay, one cool thing, we love giving things away. So we're going to give some more things away. So if you have seen the bumper video for the Start the Party series, there's some really cool decor in that. We've got some of it around here, and we want to give that to somebody. Okay? So if you want to win some of this, if you want to win the set that I'm about to break, if you want to win some of this Start the Party decor, you need to take a picture of your youth space and DM that picture to us at Orange Students on Instagram. Like, don't expect the couch. Like, the couch is not included. The screens are not included. Don't go crazy. But Leslie, what are some things they're going to get?
I mean, it's gonna be a box full of things to decorate your space. I mean, you might get these pom-poms.
What?
Look at these pom-poms. You might get this disco ball.
Ooh.
Maybe. I kind of really like
Or this
Or
dinosaur.
a dinosaur.
There's lots of things, but
Where's
it will be.
Shane?
Listen,
No.
no, I need Shane on the team, please. So, I mean, yeah, but it'll be tons of things that you can decorate with. We're not going to skimp on it. It's going to be enough to kind of hang things over windows, make an entranceway, just do all the fun things. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. And I know it's only March, and we're talking about all of these things over the summer. So as you think about Easter coming up, as you think about summer, you're probably a little bit overwhelmed trying to think about all these things. So we wanted to wrap up with a little bit of encouragement. We've got a nice little pep talk here from Coach Charlie. Charlie, take it away.
I know that you're tired. I know that it went from Christmas to Easter in the fastest minute ever. And then thinking about summer, it can be so overwhelming. But this is your time to thrive, friends. You get these beautiful, intimate moments with students to create core memories with them. You get to model leadership to your new volunteers. You get to see students grow in a way that only happens at camp or on mission trips. And you get to show parents that their influence matters so much more in the life of their students. You get to have a front row seat to the incredible things that God is doing in you and in your ministry. And friends, I just pray that God shows up in a way that surprises you and knocks your socks off so that you feel rejuvenated, so that you can continue to influence the faith and future of the next generation.
Charlie.
That's
So
good.
if you want to feel as loved as encouraged, if you want your youth to feel as loved as encouraged as you feel hearing a Charlie pep talk, we want to make sure that you know about something called Charlie cards. And this isn't even a joke. This is a real thing. So charliecards.com, our very own Charlie Conder, creates youth ministry specific greeting cards. We're passing the plate. Are we supposed to put? We're supposed to put something in there. Yeah, put some up. I mean,
There's Black
there's
Girl.
camp. There's broken arms. There's you got braces on.
Yay,
These
you!
are greeting cards specifically for student ministry. And so we actually want to give some of these away. So if you want to win some Charlie cards, we want you to make a comment where you are, Facebook group, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you are, and let us know someone that you would like to encourage for your chance. Look, you got your wisdom teeth out.
No,
and you
your
get
braces.
No, that's wisdom teeth.
Oh, I thought the braces broke, but you're right.
There's a different braces one.
is a braces
That's a
one.
wisdom. I'm telling you, these
They're
are
really
so
great.
unique and specific to student. Right? Somebody broke up with you?
That's hard, right? It's the life of a student.
Or you
And
broke
an
up with somebody
adult.
else.
Or you broke.
Yeah.
Right?
Set it to
I guess. Maybe. So if you want your chance to win some Charlie cards, just let us a comment and let us know who you would like to encourage. You can head to charliecards.com to order your own Charlie cards. And that's what we have. That was the win. Thank you for hanging out with us. We really are so grateful that we get to be a small part of so many of your teams as you lead and love the next generation. And thanks for letting us be a part of that journey with you. And we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye, friends.
See ya.
Bye.